So we have a Jamaican sister who was on TikTok saying that all of these snow bunnies that keep flying down to Jamaica to get with Jamaican men need to be studied. We need to look at this. Why are they all flying down to Jamaica when there are men that look like them right in the country that they live in? And one of the snow bunnies was not happy about that. Take a look.
Look at this message that I got all because I said that the white women that go to Jamaica to go find love should be studied. Some of these women that go to Jamaica, right, to go find love as if nobody in the America or the UK or wherever they're coming from, right? They come and they sell this false lifestyle that they live. They come to Jamaica and then pal off and they spend all this money, and when time they bring back these men to their country, is they see a complete different person, because the money that they were spending back in Jamaica they can't spend it here because they have to pay your bills. Some of uno dead in a debt come to Jamaica and go, let's say, not have time to bring back the man then come America, right? And this is the man them start different because you guys sold them this lifestyle as if they're gonna come here and live the best of the best of life. Me, when them come there and them use, I do not care. Don't come on here with your sob story.
So, in case you weren't able to read exactly what was said, this is what she said. She said, "Watch what you say about white women. I come to Jamaica lots, and I will have you fired if you are working somewhere. Calling us fools, jealous wiglet." Well, she's not happy, is she? You know, it's one of those things. The truth hurts, a hit dog hollers, they don't like the fact that it is something that needs to be looked at. And one of the things that this sister also said is that a lot of them don't present themselves accurately. Okay, they come down as and seemingly as though they have a lot of money, and they spend all this money. They bring all of this, designer clothing and cologne and all of these things for their Jamaican man. I will say that is true because I've been to Jamaica a couple of times, and I'll say this: when I was on the plane, there were more snow bunnies on the plane flying down than black people in general. And a lot of them had like suitcases of all of these expensive clothing and jewelry and cologne. I even befriended one on the plane because I was so curious. And she had a biracial baby with her, and she said it was her Jamaican man's baby, and she was showing me the stuff that she got for her man. And then when they get there, you see the men lined up at the airport just waiting for their snow bunny to get off the flight. And then I will see some of them around the island with a rental car and their Jamaican man driving the car and driving them around. I would see them out places. So that is true. They do come, and they come with all of this expensive stuff. And some of them do have money. They're not all misrepresenting themselves. Some of them really do have money. They're very successful in their careers in whatever country they live in, whether it's Canada, the United States, etc. And they do come with money, and they'll rent an Airbnb, and they'll spend, time with their man in the Airbnb and what have you. So that is true. And then there are some that do misrepresent themselves, and they come under the guise of having so much money, etc. And when the man actually comes to visit, that's just not their living condition at all. Okay. And then you have the other part, which is a lot of these men are really just looking for a passage out of Jamaica. And then when they get here, 9 times out of 10, they do not stay with that woman that brought them. Okay. So some of them are just using them to get where they want. And then on the flip side, these snow bunnies are also using these men for whatever it is they want, whether it's, pleasure physically, or, just to come to the island and have a good time, or, do they really want to marry these men? Do these men really want to marry them? I think it's a very small percentage that actually do have that happy fairy tale, pretty woman ending. I'm not really seeing a lot of that. And I happen to know some people who did exactly this, flying to Jamaica, getting with the Jamaican man, bringing him to back to Canada, sponsoring him, marrying him, and he left there behind for the next best thing, the next best snow bunny, or some of them for a black woman. So it definitely does happen. Now, this person who is, so angry and wants to get her fired, I mean, her social media handle is someone's wife. But are you, in fact, someone's wife? Because if you are, why are you so mad? You would think that you have a great relationship with your Jamaican lover. So why are you up in arms if it doesn't apply to you? Did your husband leave you for somebody else, perhaps? Do you fall in that category of one of those that, you know, was misrepresenting yourself, or one of those who presented yourself accurately but got dumped once you sponsored him? I mean, to me, if that doesn't apply to you, then you just keep moving. But when you're like so up there and you're so upset about it, then that would imply that maybe you fall in that category, right? Because you say you go to Jamaica lots. Have you been used? Why are you so upset? Right? So I do think it's something to look at. And I think it'll be a great conversation to have with some of them to understand, why are you always going to Jamaica so much? What's the dating life like for you in your country that takes you to Jamaica lots? That takes you to Jamaica to be with a Jamaican man. And how's that experience going for you? Did you get a husband? Like, we would like to have that. I do think there should be a study, right? What do you all think? Let me know what you think about this, brothers and sisters. Do you think these snow bunnies that keep flying to Jamaica and other countries where black men are, should they be studied to figure out why they don't want to be with, one of that looks like them? Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News app from your Google or Apple store and subscribe to my YouTube